Alright, here we are in round 2. Unfortunately playing mono red. I have a 1-drop. I have a couple burn spells. I feel like my deck can do better. I could keep fetch, which leaves me with what? 12 lands in my deck? So that would mean it would essentially be 5 in hand here. Yeah, so we'd have 11 left in our deck. Or no, 12. We're on 17 lands. Which leaves us pretty unlikely. I mean, we're not very likely to flood out. And we do have things to do with 5 mana. And we have a 1-drop, a couple burn spells. I'm going to keep. I'm not excited about it, but I think this is good enough. We have enough draws to make this hand good. That's one of them. Get in for 5. We can get 4 damage to his face here. This might be the win deck. Probably removal spell here. So he's on creatures as well. I can attack, take him to 14. I'm probably actually better off Bane firing this. Although, if I go here, these trade, I get him for 14, take him to 10, get him for 1 more. This is not great. What I could do is just attack with the Bushwhacker, hold up Char, keep Jackalpup back because it's more damage overall. Could go with both. These trade, get in for 1, hold up Char. That's correct. Oops. You'll certainly trade here. Bushwhacker's not very good. But I can hold up Char. I am almost certain that I'll just hit him for 4. It's not like clearing the way from my Bushwhacker does much anyways. And this might be the other guy who is trying to draft mono red. We just sort of. So that's an Ire Shaman, almost for sure. If I don't draw a creature, I can just Banefire that. Getting through for 1 extra point of damage just doesn't seem worth it. I could Brimstone Volley it. I could attack Brimstone Volley for 5. This is an interesting spot. Because if I just don't attack, I get him very close to dead if I just... How many turns away? So if I play land... If I Brimstone Volley, I get in for 1 extra. If I Banefire now... Again, getting the Goblin Bushwhacker through doesn't seem to matter. I think he's more valuable as a way to make Brimstone Volley a 5-mana spell. So yeah, I'm going to hold up mana here. Maybe the attack gets through. If he kills it, I go to 5. Then I'm spell or land and I'm in okay shape. The thing is, if this is Ire Shaman, I can't block it anyways. So we need another haste creature. If he uses a spell to clear the... Yeah, I'm going to sit back. I think this is a little bit risky. Okay, so Ire Shaman. So we can't play that this turn. Grafted War Gear. Okay, so in this spot, I'm just gonna kill that. I could let it hit me once, and then Banefire it. Switch me down to 6 though. Yeah, I'm gonna Brimstone. Blank a turn. If I draw a creature, I'm in much better shape this way. That worked out quite nicely. So we're gonna get in for 5. Land is lethal. He's likely gonna play the Falcon Wreath Equip. Then I can attack for both. If he doesn't have a removal spell for the Bushwhacker, then Banefire is lethal there as well. If he doesn't have another land, then I just win. If he plays, so I'm in the same position. I may as well just play the uncounterable Banefire here. No point in slow rolling him. Okay. We got game 1. Our hand was pretty sketchy. He ended up in the red-black bad stuff deck that I almost opted into. I could bring in Anger, but it doesn't seem very good. I'm just gonna run this back. Grim Lavamancer is gonna be insane in this matchup. If I can get it down early, I'll be able to kill like all his guys with it. Oh, that was Outpost Siege. Maybe I end up being a little bit more the control deck in the matchup. Yeah, this is why I don't like drafting mono red in this format. Really, I feel like people tend to force it, and my early packs were so weak, I ended up going for it, and then that opponent probably was in a similar spot, where either his opening packs were weak or he was trying to force mono red, and ended up with just sort of a bad, somewhat aggressive deck, similar to mine. I think I ended up getting the really cheap good red 1-drops, which I'm assuming was just sort of luck of the draw. Probably got opened up opposite side of the table of him in pack 3, because pretty much all the good 1-drops were in pack 3. There's a Grim Lavamancer, Goblin Guide, Jackal Pup. We're all... Jackal Pup's not even that great, but it is a 2-power 1-drop, which you really need. So his deck's likely to be a little bit slower than mine, which is a good sign for us. He's sideboarding quite a bit. I mean, he could sideboard into a control deck. I'm gonna pause here. Alright, so this hand, unlike last game, is just categorically unkeepable. Oh man. Well, we're going to 5. I guess we're keeping this. Bottom that. Want lands, I think, so we can get out of this with Outpost Siege. Clearly not a great start, but Stagger Shock can get us back some value. It's a deck that's also running cheap creatures. And if he just plays creature here, I can Stagger Shock the Young Pyro and maybe get out of this. If he kills Gorehouse, I'm in a much more difficult position. Although Stagger Shock will clean up the token, it's just clearly not as good for me. Okay, roast. I'm going to do this now so I don't give him the mana to cast another instant speed burn spell. This will also affect his play this turn. If he just plays one of those, if he plays like Thunderbreak here, I probably just lose. But if he plays Aristocrat, I'm alright. Okay. So this ends up being okay. I killed a Flamewake Phoenix. if he has land Thunderbreak or something, he gets to bring it back, and I probably will lose. But like I said, I think I just lose to. Do I play? I don't. I need to start to get some value back. It does block for a little bit, and it sneaks a little bit of damage in. But I think that I need to get value off Outpost Siege, and hope that I can outcard him. Because there are a lot of things that he can play at this stage of the game that are gonna just beat me. But if I can make this go another 4 or 5 turns with Chandra and Outpost Siege, I might be able to get enough value to come back in this game. Again, I still need to dodge a 4-power creature that brings back Flamewake. Like, I think there are 2 that we saw last game. He's going to tap black now, because this might be Falcon Wreath Aristocrat. Oh wow. Oh, he's just going to attack first. It doesn't really matter. I'm playing mono red and tapped out. So, this is very likely removal spell. It doesn't change my play at all. I only have one play, and I'm not gonna not play Chandra. This is just gonna get removed. You just have white now. Maybe this is like Secure the Waste. Oh, Stoke to my face. Okay. That's reasonable. Maybe he's probably looking at it the opposite of me, where he's saying, alright, I need to draw burn and end up winning this game quickly because I'm going to start losing on cards. And unfortunately, we drew a land as well as exiling one with Outpost Siege. But the good thing is there's not a ton of lands left in our deck. We're drawing 2 a turn, and we can cast anything that we flip with Outpost Siege. Again, we lose to Thunderbreak here, because we'll take 2 this turn. If we were to 3 to 5, ooh, Koth is brutal. Yeah, that's rough. So we take 6. I can't afford to block. I need to find a way to kill Koth this turn. That is a way to do it. Okay, so we'll cast this off the top. Ping our opponent. No. Untap Chandra. Plus this, and we're very, very close to dead now. It's entirely likely that we are just dead. Mulling to 5 though on the draw. This wasn't likely that we were going to win this anyways. We can kill Flamewake with Sarkin this turn. We're probably just going to get burned out though. We passed a Burst Lightning that probably got back to this guy. Just kills us on the spot. Fiery Confluence we also passed. Okay. So we mulled to 5. He had 2 4 damage burn spells. And Koth, which was pretty much a 4 damage burn spell. So, yep, we just need to not have to mull. We have a lot of 1-drops. It seems like we have more 1-drops than him. So if we can get a hand where we have like Goblin Guide, I think we'll be in good shape. Like I said, Grim Lavamancer is very good against that player. We would have been able to deal with Flamewake pretty easily. Maybe not. We didn't have that many cards in our graveyard. Anger doesn't seem that great against him either. Alright. We have 1-drop, 5-drop, 5-drop, 4-drop. This is a mulligan. This one's better. Ashenmoor Gouger is probably pretty difficult for him to deal with. We have not run particularly well. I'll top that. Okay, does that one drop? Yes. Alright, we dodged a 1-mana removal spell. So at least in terms of tempo, we're in okay shape here. Question is, if this is Young Pyro, do I kill it or do I play Ashmore Gouger? Yeah, mulliganing there was pretty rough. That's one of the things with running a mono red deck where you have like 3 5-drops. Because you're going to have more hands like that than most mono red decks in the format. That's why I really only like to draft red when it's like wide open. Rabblemaster would probably be a pretty good draw here as well. I would probably... Okay, that's good. That means my Ashmore Gouger is probably going to hit in. Could get stoked in a couple turns, but it should tax him a creature or get in for 4. And still take a turn and a card off of him. If this is a removal spell here, I'd probably just lose though. Mother of Runes. Oh man, that's so brutal. So I probably have to kill Mother of Runes, is the thing. If he untaps it, I'm in so much trouble. I just won't be able to attack with anything, I won't be able to block with anything. Dark Depths. Alright. Spellskite. Does a good job of blocking Boros Reckoner. Really need to draw non-lands from here. This is Thespian stage, we lose. Yeah, he ended up with a really weird deck. He's like Mardu Dark Depths. I'm actually shocked that I even lost game 2 with how unfocused this deck is. Alright, we need to draw like Outpost Siege, Storm Breath. Okay, there's Outpost Siege. Naming cons. I will play my land. Alright, so we could still get out of this. He's very unlikely to burn me to the face, I think, at this point. Stuck. So we're just gonna assign that to Spellskite. Get it out of there. So Boros Reckoner. So we can still get out of this game strictly on value. We lose to a top deck Thespian stage basically at any point. Oh man. That is miserable. Our opening hand was Gorehouse, Brimstone Volley. We've drawn 2 non-lands. And that was our turn 7. And we drew an extra card off Outpost Siege. So we'll thin here. It'll put us at 7 or 8 lands. Okay. So we have a lot. The nice thing is our deck has a lot of 5 that really help us out here. So we will cast that. We'll cast this. Alright, so we're in good shape. We're going to get really far ahead on cards. We know that his top card is not Thespian Stage, which is clearly good for us. He can't even cast the Chandra, so he's going to have to cast something else, probably equip it with War Gear. And if it's only a 2-drop, I'm likely going to be able to kill it with Sarkin, still get in for 2. I could also just rip a burn spell that could kill it. It could also be a removal spell for Goblin Guide. We flooded, but our opponent is screwed. That's one of the things with running Dark Depths in a deck that wants to be aggressive. Seems a little bit off to me. It also looks like he sided out of red-black. Red. Okay. It's nice that we got those in that order, rather than the other order. So we have 7 lands left in our entire deck, I'm pretty sure. So we should be drawing pretty hot the rest of the way. This could be Chandra. Or Koth. So what we can do is he untaps the mountain. We can just char it when he goes to equip it with Grafted Wargear. Kill Koth with our Sarkhan. We still keep him off of Chandra unless he top decks another land, and we're going to draw 2 cards with both with basically 2 out of 3 chance to be non-lands. Oh my god. This is insane. So we have to get Koth out of here. So we have 5 lands left in our whole deck, so now we have a 1 out of 4 chance to draw non-lands. The nice thing is that flipping like Banefire would just end the game. Okay. Yeah, and that's what we did. Alright, so we needed to draw. I asked for the Outpost Siege, we got it, then I asked for the Banefire, and we got it. So we're going to the finals with a pretty bad mono red deck. See you guys there.